Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Let's get underway with this week's Shipyard Champions. Scores for last week, well, rather, part 1 of the Admiral Olympics is Stealth and Polyroll coming on top, 6 points for each of them. Eulalie and Lost Galaxy coming in second, tied together with 3 points each. And Bruce Lily and myself tied for third, each with 0. Now, part 2. This time, it's Light Cruiser Division. And more than one ship per Admiral, so it's 2 per. Required build ships, only vanilla unmodded, which is what I did. Nation any, I chose United States. Light Cruiser, 2 ships, 1910. Only single twin guns, no triple or quad. Mostly fully operational, so no single torpedo for any turning arc. And it's past the deadline, so same as last time. And Division 1 is Stealth versus Polyroll, Eulalie versus Lost Galaxy, and then me versus Panzergraph versus Brosily. So, however, I'm going to fight Brosily's ship first. I'm going to fight Panzergraph's ship as well, just to, see what it is and all that. But I'm going to fight Brosily's ship first, which is the official scoring match, is the first match. So, let's pop into design, so I can show off my creation, the Manchester. Which is, it's slightly interesting, personally, considering she's stacking the guns on top of guns. She's got 7-inch 43 caliber main guns with 2-inch 53s on top, as well as on mounts here on the side, as well as casement mounts. 2-inch 43s, however, on the casements, which is unfortunate that they aren't quite the same length. And then 3.3s, 3.3-inch at 37 calibers, 37 gun calibers, meaning that they're 10-kilometer gun range. Everything is effectively at 10 kilometers. Yeah, everything can shoot out to basically 10 kilometers, which is the starting range. She has underwater torpedo tubes, 4 underwater tubes, 1 fore, 1 aft, and then 2 basically at the aft funnel to help bring the fore weight a little bit farther back. And she's on semi-armored cruiser 4 hull. So the very strange hull here, which did allow me to place these 2-inch gun turrets on top of the hull itself. However, only really the aft ones have really good firing arcs. The fore ones can shoot aft, no, a little bit forward, but not. They're basically broadside guns. They aren't quite as good as they could be. She can do 26 knots. Mess with bulkheads. I'd have to open up the beam a little bit in order to get this tower in. 50 crew. Standard quarters, semi-oil fuel with natural boilers, turbine engines, aux2, shaft 1, ultra hydro 1 with semi-balanced, crop 3, barbette 3, double bottom hull, citadel 2, anti-flood, and reinforced bulkheads, standard for ammunition, soft cap with cap B, cap ballistic 1, TNT 1 with cordite, increased shell, standard size, ultra hydro turrets, enhanced reloading, 19-inch torpedo tubes with standard propulsion and standard amount of torpedoes, stereoscopic 2 with advanced radio, just for the shell splash bonus. Considering with the amount of guns on board, shell splash is a major concern. And considering it's multiple ships, with the amount of guns, it's definitely probably a good thing to have this. And then she's got a 4-inch main belt, 4-inch fore belt, 4-inch and 4.8, the same as the main belt on the aft belt. Again, I didn't put the fore belt the same thickness, just because something had to help bring this forward offset back. She's 102% efficient, obviously, at 26 knots. And then it's 4-inch all around, except for the conning tower and the fore deck. 2-inch inner deck, 2.4-inch inner belt. 5-inch barbette on the 7-inch gun turrets. With every single gun being basically lengthened as far as they can to improve accuracy and range, at the slight cost of some rate of fire, so it's all about the range this time. And she's almost she's 5 tons under her 11,000 ton target weight. So all in all, it's definitely an interesting design, but I think it might do well. It depends how fast Broski manages to make his light cruisers. Well, we'll find out though shortly. We'll find out. All right, let us see. Okay. Oh, he managed to get some barbettes. Not barbettes. No, it is barbette. I think. Yeah. So she's got 3 stack forward guns, and it looks like 2 aft. So northeast. I already got the thumbnail for this video, so I don't need to go and do slow time in order to get it. Oh, by northeast they mean directly behind, which is actually best case scenario for us. There's Conquest. Over here you have Sight. Yeah, she's got more 7-inch guns than we do. However, I'm pretty sure all our guns can actually engage once we're turned around. Let's pop our own smoke to get lost. There we go, they no longer see us. Because we do actually want to close the range a little bit, just to bring all of our 3.3s and 2 inches into action, as much as we can anyway. Oh, they have seen us. Yeah, they're right there. Too bad I can't cancel the smoke. Oh, partial pen. Temporarily saw her. So far, they've scored more hits than we have. We scored 0. Partial pen fire. I'm really surprised we scored 0 hits so far. This is the amount of guns we have here. Oh, there's our first hit, but it's a block. Block times 2. Yeah, we know where they're at. I think they may be faster. Hold on. Yeah, 33 knots. Okay, they are much faster than we are. But we have the armor advantage. And, you know, we have the ability to just put so many rounds down range of our, you know, casement guns. Although they keep popping in and out of vision, so I don't think we're doing that for them. A destroyed casement is not good. Both sides popping smoke again. Damaged torpedo is really not good. So far they are up. But just barely. Although we have much better armor than they do. Although they have more 7-inch guns, so they can have better odds of scoring good telling blows. I'm actually going to drop to full speed in order to get better accuracy. It is going to improve their own firing solutions at us, but we are going to get better firing solutions in return. Five blocks, 8 partial pens, no ricochets, which they've scored more of. So far, we've They've scored more hits, but we're basically equal in damage. Which is good to be, despite scoring less hits. This is the tougher hides coming into effect, I'm pretty sure. Effectively. Oh, they pop smoke again. Right, speed back up. I think it's going to come down to who has more fuel. I really think that's what's going to come down to. What's the range of these torpedoes again? 6.2 kilometers. Yeah, I know where they're at. They're right there. Go to aggressive for torpedoes. Just nose in. Bounce it all off the belt. Close the range. As best we can, anyway. It is unfortunate we were having to do this kind of engagement, just kind of keep the angle, considering that is not letting our Admiral's 7-inch gun really engage. Though we do have 26%, 1 in 4 chance to penetrate at this range. I probably should have gone with actually the Cat Ballistic 2 instead of Cat Ballistic 1. But to be honest, I wasn't expecting 33 knots in 1910. I was expecting more like, our ship, 26, 27 knots maybe at maximum. Oh, there we go. There's a good solid hit, though. That's a good hit. Partial pens and blocked, and we got a flooding off on the Conquest. Torpedo detonation, destroy torpedoes. And we have longer range torpedoes in the Conquest than her kin. Alright, let's reverse. Bring our unengaged side to bear. Even though it is going to mean that the turrets are going to have to slew around. So far, we have managed to take the lead in damage, which is good. We got lots of AP ammo and a fair bit of HE. You have 1% gun hit rate on the 3-inch, 1% on the 7-inch. Go. Pop smoke to increase their difficulty in firing. So we run in, damage torpedoes. There we go. This is what we wanted to have happen. Considering we are scoring many more hits at this range, considering we have far more guns. There we go. We're actually scoring some overpens. But we are racking up the hits and the damage now. Penetration flooding again on the Conquest. And we've accidentally managed to end up in the same situation of port side engagement again. Did somebody launch? Oh, we actually managed to launch a torpedo, which just detonated. The Conquest's steering is out. And this is the thing, they can just kind of run away. So they do have the speed advantage. But they are definitely struggling more than we are to damage them. Although now at this... Oh, there's a penetration flooding again. Yeah, she's got flooding and rudder damage, so she's... I mean, she's hurting, but she's not out of the fight hurting. She's still definitely able to engage. In fact, she's stopped her flooding already. Although, once again, we're getting... Oh, damage to final. That's going to slow her down. In fact, she's already... is separating out from the Kardak. She's also not engaging. Oh, she's out of armor piercing. No, she's out of HE. She doesn't think she can hit, I don't think. So she's just not engaging. I mean, I'm going to take it. We've run out of AP on our 7-inch guns, even with increased ammunition. And it looks like we're out of HE on their casement 2-inch guns. And we're going to run out soon on these 2-inch guns. Looks like. If we're running out of HE. Nope, keep firing on the Conquest. There's torpedo away. There's torpedoes from that light cruiser. Penetration flooding. Yeah, we need to break out, open the range a bit. Because at this range they can penetrate. Torpedo hit. Fire flooding on the Conquest. Reno is falling back. Manchester is now taking the lead. As you know, they kind of bump heads a little bit. Yeah, Conquest is almost out of this. Ooh, that was actually really close. Didn't even see those torpedoes come in. There's a torpedo again on the Conquest. Torpedo detonation. It looks like no torpedo hits. Another torpedo detonation. Reno was just getting absolutely torn apart by Kardak, looks like. Come on, just take out the Conquest. Make it a 2v1. Instead of a 2v2 at close range. There's the Conquest gone. Although Bursley's going to get at least a medium, if not heavy damage score off of Reno. Now Reno is flooding. Okay, Kardak is out of torpedoes. Manchester isn't. Kardak has damaged rudder. Reno is still limping along, but she's run out of ammunition for a lot of her guns. Come on, launch your torpedo. It's right there. Oh, you did, and it immediately detonated. Why'd you... No. Detach. Go armor piercing. Pop your own smoke. So to have better battle speed. That way if they have armor piercing ammo, they're going to fire it. Have Reno angled to where she can engage. Here we go. Partial Pens fires. Okay, this is going to come down to the wire, I think. So she does have 4-inch guns and 1.1s. It's going to come down to Aegis Sail broadside duel, effectively. Destroy torpedo, rudder damaged. Torpedo away. Dead torpedo. Come on! Although she's got engine damage, she's slowing down. Point towards her with the stern. Hopefully the stern tube can fire. Oh, the stern tube's gone. Never mind. She's out of 7-inch ammunition, which means she's just down to the 4s, which can't really penetrate our armor. And at 1.1s. Okay, so it's the only launcher. The only launcher is the one on that side that's alive still. All the other ones are destroyed. At least on Manchester. Reno is still afloat. Have her come about so she can hopefully shoot with her 7-inch guns. We've also run out of 7-inch gun ammo. But it looks like Manchester's gonna take it. She's slowly flooding. There she goes. She's down. So I'd say that's a heavily damaged, at least on the Reno. Oh no, it's calcified as an orange, which I think is medium damage. There we go. Oh, someone took a torpedo hit. Yeah. I don't know who took a torpedo hit. Actually, they had more fuel than we did, so hoping the run out of gas wouldn't have worked. So that is 6 points for me. No, not 6. Yes, 6. 6 points off the top. Now, for funsies, panzergraphs. Instead of cloudy, it is clear, and it's an 8-kilometer range start. And he built a Russian, not a battleship Podvik, as a light cruiser. So again, Manchester. Let's see exactly what Panzergraph built. Alright, again, a lot more 7-inch guns than we have. And we're starting at broadsides already. Okay, so they have more armor. 7.9s with 3.9 secondary casement guns. And then broadside torpedoes, which have the same range as ours. This might just be a long-range gun duel. Yeah, because they can only do 20 knots. You already have the, you know, range advantage, or speed advantage. They are scoring more damage, though, because they have bigger guns. Are they turning in? No, they're turning away. We actually do need to, ironically enough, we need to close. If we can. So best bet might actually be torpedoes. Ironically enough. Propulsion pin fires. There's a propulsion pin fire on our part. Aggressive launches on torpedoes. There's a torpedo away. Point towards. Come on, point towards. You got bow tube. There's a bow tube launch. Oh, and torpedo incoming from the Manchester, and this is mobile in this time around. Ammo detonation, torpedo, good torpedo hit, and there's smoke time. Here comes the enemy torpedoes. That is definitely going to hit mobile. Unless she gets very lucky. Looks like she's going to get very lucky. Manchester, though, she got out of there. And that's a torpedo detonation. With all our engines gone. Duds across the board, looks like. She hasn't caught a flash fire, though, so she's still... I mean, she's taking hits, and she's flooding. Dead torpedo, which is unfortunate. Just come about real quick. Yeah, no, there goes mobile. Yeah, these ships are unfortunate. Coincidence rangefinder 2, advanced radio, capitalistic 1. Oh, they got heavy shells. That's part of it, as long as the 7-inch, 0.9-inch, you know, shell size. You know. Yeah, bigger shells and all that. Although we have scored far more hits than they have. Oh no, it detonated early. Again, shame. What was that? 14% chance to pen. Same percent chance against the not a battleship. Early detonation. There's a flooding. Oh yeah, from the power med over there. Looks like anyway. Yeah, this is where those heavier guns are definitely gonna play into their favor. Oh yeah, no, that's penetration hits right through the side. You know, that's Manchester. That's her gone. So this was, if this would have been the Panzergrass match, it would have been straight up victory for him. Unfortunately, this was just for fun. He already had his match. Or rather, I already had my match against Bruce's ships. I picked the right ships to go up against, apparently. Considering these things are 5-inch all around versus my 4-inch. Well, except for the deck. Then they got the 7.9-inch gun turrets, including barbettes, which just isn't an option on. Well, technically, I guess if I brought the conning towers back into the center, I could have maybe put turrets up there on those blocks, but I decided not to, so I didn't. That's going to do it for this week. Hopefully, the Manchester Underkin does well against whoever decides to target her as the actual match or not. We'll see. But have a good rest of your day, evening, weekend. Take care, and I'll see you all next time. Have a good one, everyone.